I'm back. Road Rants on Star Wars. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for future Star Wars content. Today, very quickly, let's go over the fact that Benioff and Weiss looks like their Lucasfilm deal has taken somewhat of a turn on them. I don't know. I more than likely it's by their doing. That's what I believe. Future Star Wars film scripting talk. This is by Dark Horizons. As far as we know, Lucasfilm and Disney has been developing two new trilogies of Star Wars films, one by Game of Thrones creators Benioff and D.B. Weiss, the other by Star Wars The Last Jedi writer Rian Johnson. We know a trilogy of dates for new Star Wars films have been set aside. Those titles to hit December 2022, 24, and 26. We know Johnson is only confirmed to be writing and directing the first of his trilogy. Kathleen Kennedy herself has previously indicated Benioff and Weiss are working closely with Ryan. Good God. Now in a new piece, The Hollywood Reporter indicates that Netflix, having locked down Benioff and Weiss for 5 years at $250 million, it would limit their work on the Star Wars franchise. In fact, their sources suggest the pair are only confirmed to be writing a treatment for a new trilogy and is committed to penning at least one of the films as opposed to all three. It's unclear if the duo will write more or produce in the franchise. And then it goes on to talk about Rian Johnson, the same story I covered the other day. So, what do we think about this Rogue Squadron? Look, when Benioff and Weiss first came on, I think everybody was like, hell yeah, Knights of the Old Republic, this will be great. And then season 8 of Game of Thrones came along, and it was like, what in the hell is happening with Game of Thrones? So all of a sudden, it thrust Benioff and Weiss into a whole different light, right? It was like, okay, well, if there's no source material, how well can these guys really perform? And then you at least thought, well, maybe if they take some of the Knights of the Old Republic material that's out there and try to adapt it, they'll be okay. Look, it's my opinion Lucasfilm should obviously scrap the Rian Johnson situation if they have not already. I still believe his trilogy is not happening. And frankly, I'm to the point now where I'm just like, scrap Benioff and Weiss too. Start over fresh. After The Rise of Skywalker, you've got good publicity coming. You got The Mandalorian, you got Cassian Andor, and you've got the Obi-Wan TV series. Then take a look at your film slate and your film dates. And think about adjusting if you have to. Scrap the 2022 film. Okay? But look around and try to go in a different creative direction that is, Knights of the Old Republic, I believe, is a great idea, provided you get the right people to do it. However, we was talking about on a live stream last night, John Matrix and Fatal J over on Matrix channel, the problem that Star Wars is going to have with Knights of the Old Republic is the average film goer. That's going to be the issue. Because a lot of your average, very casual Star Wars fans that do go see the movies in the theaters, but don't read the books, don't play the games, et cetera, are going to be like, who are these guys? Knights of the Old Republic. Now, that said, I believe they take one look at some of the characters in the trailers, et cetera, and they'll end up going to see the movie. But I believe it's a limited box office kind of movie. Even if it's great, I think it's maybe $1 billion film tops, and I don't even know that it's that. I think it's more of like a $700 to $800 movie, $700 to $800 million movie. So anyway, you tell me what you think about Benioff and Weiss sort of getting the rug pulled out from underneath them. I actually think they bailed. I do. I think Star Wars scared them off a little bit. And that's fine. If it scared you off, we don't need you. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.